Hello, Coach Mosley. My name is Damien. First of all, let me congratulate you on the new role with the Magic. I understand this is a very busy time filled with many challenges, so I'll try to make this brief, but also really want to take the opportunity to introduce myself. As you're building out your staff, you'll definitely have plenty of options, but let me tell you a little bit about myself and how I can be a value added to your team. I live here in Orlando, just about 5 minutes from the gym, and for the last few years, I've been working in player development space with pro players. I am certainly targeting PD, video room opportunities for this upcoming season, but the role, as well as the compensation, is really secondary to me, as I'm just trying to get my foot in the door. As you know best, NBA opportunities are hard to come by, hence I decided to make this short video and create my own path. I really hope that you have about 10 minutes for this quick presentation about my background. I really appreciate your time.
So my background is multidimensional. Although player development is my niche, I can fill many roles and assist with a variety of tasks as I bring experience from international upbringing, academic, and corporate worlds. As your focus will be on growing a group of young men, both on and off the court, I believe you need people that bring additional traits outside basketball. I have a strong corporate experience where I have worked for over 10 years in consulting management roles on high pressure projects with millions of dollars on the line. So strategic planning, resource management, work under pressure, as well as team collaboration on all levels of organizations are just a few of the skills which I leverage daily in my training. I truly believe in constant growth and personal evolution. I have master's degrees in both business administration and informational technology. I had to pivot on multiple occasions to find the right path and maximize my talents. And I could not do so without learning and adding new skills constantly. Because of many years in academics, few of my strong points are teaching, outlining the problem, the solution, and communicating effectively to the group. Any skills that I lack in basketball field, I learn quickly and I absorb information and have a true thirst for knowledge. Basketball is truly a sport without borders. Born and raised in Poland, I had spent the last 20 years in the States. This allows me to excel in diverse settings. I relate to international players and understand this difference in the game mentality and how the business actually works on both sides. With so many young players with different backgrounds and passports, relatability and relationship building are a true asset. When it comes to purely basketball skills and coaching, I keep elevating my skills every year. I work locally in Orlando with college and pro players, but every summer I spend time in Miami and LA to work with pre-draft class or assist with NBA training sessions. Most of all, I seek opportunities to learn and align NBA level mentors. Over the last few years, I invested a lot of time and money to travel across the country to learn from the best. I had the opportunity to shadow NBA operations, assist on the floor, join coaching clinics, and add training certifications. All of these I utilize in my training methods. I enjoy merging the fundamentals with new age, innovating teaching techniques and how it translates into game application. And my passion is truly to help guys maximize their potential. Because of my background, I'm quite quick with technology. I enjoy analytics, understand how to break down film, but most importantly, able to target critical information and present it in a clean, easy to understand fashion. I understand coaches and supporting staff are asked to wear many hats. Believe you have to be flexible and adaptable. To improve my understanding of the game, I started to create scouting breakdowns, assessments, all supported by video materials, which examples of I will show in a second. Chemistry and communication are just critical to any team building. So outside practical application, my personality is energetic and enthusiastic. I'm a quite straightforward person. Basketball is my passion, is where I excel the most. I would not be where I am today without a solid work ethic and perseverance. I'd like to spend a few minutes to show you some of the supporting sample materials of my work. When it comes to player development, there are a few areas that I would like to cover, and I fully understand the screen is about to get a little busy, but I just want to cover a few of the concepts when it comes to training, how I approach it with my players. So while those videos are still kind of playing in the background, let me just walk you through a few things. So we don't go blindly into any of the sessions. We know exactly where we're trying to accomplish. And I don't mean just for that particular day. When I put things together, it's pretty much for the entire summer. So my guys will know exactly what we're going to be working on for the next 2 months. One of the key items for me personally is to be a teacher and a coach who is able to walk the talk. So I take pride in getting on the floor with the guys, being able to show a lot of the skills, but then also explain the how and the why. Why are we doing certain things? Because I think that's critical for them to understand and to have the buy-in, and how to execute things, and then how that's going to translate into every day. I'm going to kind of start scrolling down here through the information regarding the overall program. So I do this basically for every player that we have. So we want to make sure that each session focuses on different aspects and introduces new skills and concepts. But also I want to make sure that we don't just blindly overload them with skills. I want to make sure that there's a flow to it, that each skill needs to either translate into the game concepts, which those guys can utilize, but it obviously has practical game application. Same goes for shooting drills. There's a purpose behind each line item. So when we go through this, I want to make sure that we incorporate everything holistically. So when it comes to that, so obviously we focus on specific skills, how they translate into game concepts and application. We have a specific focus for the dailies vitamins. So either it's form shooting or if it's ball handling, depending on the type of player and the assessments, we focus on those areas pretty much every day. So we have a system designed and how everything flows from start to finish for each of the session. So we adjusted obviously based on time, based on their physical situation. So I track information when it comes to mental health and physical health. I just want to make sure I understand what they're doing outside the gym. But obviously the main focus is to have an assessment of their strengths and weaknesses and their off-season skills focus. So we have a very honest conversation with the players, and we basically try to understand how we can get them more minutes, how they're going to have positive impact on the team, and that's how we shape the program. That's kind of the only way the guys can get better. They can have the buy-in in the process and how we're going to do everything. Obviously, as I mentioned before, analytics is important to me. I do take information under consideration. They're shooting and tracking and try to find kind of nuggets and how they can improve, how they can shift their game, or how they can even just have a better shot selection. So it could be as simple as that. So we present all this information for those guys. We create the vitamins and all the other information. And here on the side is just basically a breakdown of the session. So I have everything listed. Each of the drills, each of the skills that we're going to tackle, how it's going to look like. So there's no surprises. And then we just keep growing because this is a scalable program, and we track as much information as possible, especially when it comes to shooting, so we can see how they're growing throughout the year and over the summer here. And this is just one simple session. So I have this basically outlined for the entire summer, where we introduce new skills, new concepts, and go through everything line by line. That's the way we approach it in a very comprehensive fashion. So I fully understand that player development is only a part of coaching and how you can contribute to the staff. I know that scouting and video coordination are focal points, and for that reason, I started exploring those areas as well and trying to gain more experience. So I reached out to fellow coaches on the NBA level or the European teams just to better understand what they're looking for, see some templates and frameworks. And based on that information, I started putting my own scouts and video plans. So as you can see here in this quick example, So basically what I did, Poland was getting ready to play in the qualifiers, Slovenia, and obviously Luka being the primary ball handler and scorer, the dynamic player he is. I put a scouting report him specific to to this situation when they were playing against Poland, and some of the concepts that potentially could have slowed him down during those games. So you can see here on the bottom when I'll scroll down, it's a 3-page breakdown on what he does, his favorite moves, his overall take, and also what is the recommended game plan against him. So there's a lot of information here that's put together, as well as statistics. And then based on this, I also created additional video information so you can have a visual display of exactly what we're talking about. So outside this, obviously, I started doing scouting reports as well and sharing those with coaches that I know to see if this could be valuable to them. So just also that gives me the ability to gain more experience in this space. So here's just a couple more examples for the G League guys that I've been working with, or the G League coaches that I know, and the information I was creating for some of those teams.
Hey, Coach, thank you so much again for taking the time to listen to my presentation and review the information. I know you're a very busy guy right now, so it means a lot to me. So the only thing I'm really asking here is hopefully we can get a face-to-face. I would love to sit down with you, see where you're at, learn more about the team and what you're trying to do, and see if there's something mutually beneficial there. I know that you are very busy with the summer prep. Perhaps there's an opportunity for me to help you on the floor during the summer activities, preparing you for the summer league almost as a trial. I would love to do this. I know that a lot of teams are also utilizing two-way roles with their G League teams at this time, so maybe there's something there. But again, I'm really open to anything. Really just scared to sit down with you, have a quick meeting, and go from there. So also, if needed, I do have recommendations from your peers, from NBA coaches. They can definitely tell you a little bit more about me. All my contact information is included. So that is pretty much it. Again, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to hear from you. Thanks, Coach.